Hardy Boys Casefiles 73 is bad rap. What's it about? Let me break it down for you. Boop boop tch, boop boop tch. The Hardys are here for Randy Rand, a rapper man with an awesome brand. When Randy's around, the rhymes start flowing. His manager is Tabitha Cohen. Her inexperience is showing. Despite all the money her company spent on the market share, they can't make a dent. Her rich daddy is discontent. She just wants to prove she's competent. So here's the problem. Here's the thing. Someone in New York is counterfeiting. Can Frank and Joe stop the bad crime ring? They head on down to Chinatown to find this clown. Guess what they found? On their very first try, they find what they need. The counterfeit CDs are fueled by the greed of Martinelli, a dude who's smelly. The capital of India is New Delhi. The Hardys chill with Randy for a little bit when someone shows up and throws a fit. It's a rapper named Beastmaster J. He wants his career to go all the way. He's really mad. He's not okay with our friend Randy in his territory. Warns him, stay away from me. But let's get back to Martinelli. His warehouse belongs to Blue Lou Chang. The police bust in and stop the gang. They're arrested in prison, bars go clang. Martinelli doesn't spend much time in jail. His lawyer gets him off on bail. When he hears this, Randy goes off the rails. He shouts and screams at what was said. He runs away to cool his head. And Martinelli is later found dead. The police think Randy Rand's their guy because he's got no alibi. Frank and Joe need to help their ally. Since the Hardys are a criminal's bane, the culprit pushes Frank into a subway train. He almost gets run over. It's quite insane. Frank chases the bad guy, but it's all in vain. The culprit gets away clean. Where was Joe in this scene? He was buying a magazine. Clearly he could not intervene to stop Frank from dying at 17. They go to Chang's office, he invites them in. For a tough New York gangster, he's got pretty thin skin. He's a mob kingpin, as guilty as sin, but he acts like no one's ever criticized him. He throws the Hardys out, but we'll see him again. The next suspect, you know the guy. Beastmaster J has an alibi. It turns out his story is a lie. He wasn't with his friend just working on health. He was watching a movie by himself. The Hardys get a bomb and a snake. It looks poisonous, but it's a fake. Tabitha starts to scream and shake. She grabs on to Joe cause he's a beefcake. If I were Joe, I wouldn't bother cause Tabitha has a big fight with her father. He won't give the company any more dollars. Frank and Joe go back to Blue Lou. He's angry to see them through and through. He says it's the third time they've caused a stew, even though really it's only time 2. So he calls in some guys who know Kung Fu! 4 ninjas with weapons appear to steal the lives the Hardys hold so dear. How can our heroes get out of here? Frank fights off 2 guys with some good luck. The villains grab Joe and now he's stuck. With punches in the stomach, he gets struck. Did the ninjas forget they have nunchucks? Whatever, police come in and save their butts. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's time for another murder attempt, yo! This time the victim is gonna be Joe. He starts to sing in the recording studio. He sings about prom or maybe Guam. Someone opens the door and throws in a bomb. This causes Joe to lose his calm. He slaps on the door and cries for mom. Since our main suspects are either dead or in jail, it's pretty easy to follow this trail. The culprit must be the one female who doesn't want the music company to fail. They talk to her at Madison Square Garden. Her jaw is clenched, her eyes harden. She's not gonna give them a pardon. She kidnaps our heroes and takes them away. She plans to kill them along with Randy, but they all get rescued by Beastmaster J! Wicka, 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 woo, woo! Randy's career is now on the mend. Randy and Beastmaster are good friends. They sing a duet about the Hardys and then, well, I guess that means this is the end. Post-book follow-up, never gonna give you up. The ninja scene was ridiculous. Frank takes on a guy with a sword and a guy with throwing stars and he wins? Throwing star guy should have killed Frank instantly. Meanwhile, the other 2 ninjas throw their weapons away so they could punch Joe in the stomach. Worst secret ninja assassins ever! The culprit is not much better. Tabitha frames people for her crimes, then immediately exonerates them by committing more crimes. She could have gotten away with everything if she had just walked away after Blue Lu Chang's arrest, or if she walked away after Randy was picked up by the police. Which ties into another problem with this book. The first third is rushed. Frank and Joe discover and stop the counterfeit CD ring in record time, so we can get to the real mystery of who killed Martinelli. This section has a half chapter where they chat with the New York chief of police, who's a guy we've seen in earlier books, but it still feels like a rushed investigation that goes perfectly on the first try. I would either have stretched things out a bit, or just totally glossed over the opening stuff, just like they did in book 2. Overall, this book is below average. It's not actively bad, but there's nothing good or memorable besides that out-of-place ninja attack. I'm guessing the author phoned it in for this book, because it's about a stereotypical boy topic. They probably figured it would sell a lot of copies, even if it's bad. Just like the video game book, or Nancy Drew plays with horses in ballet. I give Hardy Boys Casefiles number 73, Bad Rap, a 3 out of 10.